My good people, what's up? Let's get into this succulent, juicy gossip. We got the couple Nia Long and Ime Udoka. Nia Long, we already know she's been an actor for over 30 years with just classics. Boys in the Hood, Friday, Love Jones, Soul Food. No big gaps in her career, still going strong. Ime Udoka had a different route in his basketball career. After college, he played a little overseas. He played in the D League of the NBA, which is now the G League, is like a minor league of the NBA. And eventually he got his shot. In the mid 2000s, he became a journeyman. He played for a few different teams, including the Spurs, who was the team that eventually gave him an assistant coaching job in 2012. Now, about 7 years with the Spurs, he bounced around a little bit as an assistant coach. Last, he was the assistant coach in 2020-21 season for the Brooklyn Nets. Then last year, he became the head coach for the Boston Celtics, and they made it to the championship and lost. Making it all the way to the championship was a successful season for a first-time coach, even though the team was already loaded. Nia Long and Ime Udoka have been dating since 2010. That's before he even became an assistant coach. They share a young son together, and she also has an older son that she had from a previous relationship. Now, after his first year, he's already suspended for violating the code of conduct. He violated team policies by sleeping with a staff member, a female staff member. She eventually outed him because he was making she said he was making unwanted comments. So what happened was probably things went south, and now she don't want him saying little freaky stuff to her. And I heard that him and Nia Long was on a break when this happened, but that's not confirmed. Maybe they were not on a break. Either way, this is not good for his relationship. Women running wild on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter saying if Nia Long can get cheated on, anybody can get cheated on. You're right, anybody can get cheated on. It doesn't matter how attractive you are, how famous you are, how much success you had, how rich you are. Nobody is immune to the wrath of life. The ups, the downs, the heartbreaks, deceit, we all experience that stuff, so we need to stop acting like these famous people aren't human. They get the same cards we get. Thus we have it, Nia Long, attractive, rich, famous, and cheated on. Nothing's going to stop you from getting cheated on if you deal with a chronic cheater, first of all. If you deal with somebody who's always cheated and they don't have the mind to change, no matter how good you are, no matter what you do, they're going to cheat on you. And let's stop acting like men care about the same thing women care about. Women quick to say, oh, she got this and she's dead and she got cheated on. Men don't care if you're famous or rich. Men will look at you, and if you work wherever, if you sweep up for Dollar General, how that I look, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we care about. And Nia Long looks good for 51 years. I ain't gonna lie. 51, if I had a chance, I'd knock the dust off that to this day. Dead serious. But looks don't stop you from getting cheated on. I've never seen a study where it says attractive people get cheated on less. No, what attractive people do is they pull from the pool of other attractive people, and they do the same thing as the general population, right? I did a segment on Will Smith about 8 months ago, and not once did I mention, because it was about him and Jada's relationship and her cheating and dogging him out in the public. Not one time did I mention how tall he was, how much money he had, how much status he had, even though he has all of that. I just detailed their relationship. But when I look on social media, women could be like, oh, if this happened to Nia Long, it can happen. Yeah, it can happen to anybody. Let's focus on Ime. He played overseas to come up and get to the NBA. He was an assistant for almost a decade to finally get a head coaching job. So this guy did a lot of work to get where he is. And not only is he suspended for a year, he might even lose his job, and he done put a dent on his name with activities like that. So is it worth it? You've always heard old sayings like, don't shit where you eat, right? Don't dip your pen in company ink. Don't put your penis in your wallet. But yet we still make these mistakes because, yeah, it's tempting at the time and it's a thrill, but when stuff goes sour, you never know who's going to switch on you. I've had close friends and relatives switch on me. So it's never okay to think that it won't go south. And why do that when you have so many other options? All you got to do is go down the street and meet a girl at Denny's. And you would think this might be a player on the team or a star player, but no, it's the head coach who's held to The head coach out here sliding, getting it in, and now he's suspended for a year and maybe even fired. It's funny how this situation getting so many headlines, but Brett Favre stole $5 million from welfare. That's a serious federal crime, and they talked about that for 30 seconds and kept it moving. But this guy's getting blasted everywhere for having a consensual relationship with a coworker, which happens every day. Yeah, it messed up. It's messed up that he cheated on Neil Long and he might lose his job, but that's every day. You know, it's not every day that somebody who made $200 million in football and endorsements stealing $5 million from people who are disenfranchised and disadvantaged. But that's the world we live in. I think overall from this situation, we just got to take that you can't achieve your way out of getting cheated on. You know, you can't look good enough not for someone who is promiscuous and prone to sleeping with a bunch of different people. You can't be beautiful enough for them not to cheat on you. You can't be rich enough. The rich man, like the poor man, shall perish. The wise man and the fool got the same fate at the end of the day. So none of that stuff immunes us. All we got to do is have discernment, use our discretion, try to pick the right people and treat people right, but know that anything can happen, you know. That's that, man. Wise counsel, holistic health and fitness, the people's counselor. Peace.